Hi, it's Darnell with Wheel of Recipes. Today I'm going to be cooking up a dessert that has a combination of things. It's going to be cinnamon, dark chocolate chip, almond flour, and whole wheat flour donuts. And we're going to be cooking those up in the NuWave Bravo toaster oven and air fryer. So let's get cooking right now. So there's a lot of ingredients to go over for this cook. So I'm going to go through the dry ones, then I'll go through the wet ones. Got 1 cup of whole wheat flour here. Got 1 cup of almond flour. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. 2 tablespoons of a granulated sweetener. This is like a erythritol monk fruit blend. They just so happen to make a golden version, which was on sale basically when I bought some. So it's golden, but usually it's like white, but it's all good, so we're going to use it. Got 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Got 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Always make sure your baking powder is aluminum free. I've got a 1/2 cup of 100% dark chocolate, well 100% cacao dark chocolate chips. They don't even have sugar added in them. They're super dark. I usually go with like 85%. But I couldn't find organic 85% at the store, so I had to get organic 100%. And I usually am good with 85 or 90%, so the extra 10% shouldn't bother me much, but use your own choice there. Oh, I also forgot this dry ingredient here. This is a 1/4 cup of vital wheat gluten. That'll help leaven things a little bit, along with the baking powder. Now let's get into the wet ingredients. Going to be using 2 tablespoons of raw honey. Going to be using 3/4 cup of water, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and that's all the wet ingredients except for the sprayable extra light olive oil that I'll be spraying. So I'm going to get the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients all mixed together, and then I'll spray these donut pans. I've got 2 of them, because this makes somewhere between 10 to 12 donuts. And I'll be putting the batter into the pans, but basically once I get things mixed together, as far as the wet and the dry in their respective bowls, I'll bring you back. I don't remember where I got these from, so I can't tell you, but you probably can find them somewhere. And as I always say, nothing in this video is sponsored, but I'll bring you back once I get the wet and dry stuff mixed together. Beginning to think I should have gone with a full cup of water, so I'm going to just add another 1/4 cup into the mix. So in goes the additional 1/4 cup. That'll help get things moving the way I want in here a little bit. Things were a little too tough, so use 1 cup of water instead of 3/4 cups. Good thing about when you add too little, you can just always add a little more, but when you add too much and things go soupy on you, then you're in bad shape. So, alright, it seems that we've got everything mixed. I'm just going to make sure this all gets really well mixed together a little more, since I got some dry stuff on the walls, but definitely looks like 1 cup was the correct amount for water. Now I'm going to spray the donut pans with the oil. I've got to basically pump the sprayer so that it has pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and start spraying these donut pans now. Now that I've got those sprayed, I'm going to start taking my donut batter, dough, or whatever we want to call it. Going to spoon it out and basically fill it into the molds here, and just leave the space in the middle, and try and make myself, like I said, between 10 to 12 donuts, but just going to get things molded into each one here. Alright, so I've got 6 together in the molds, and so while I'm getting the other 6 together, because I can't fit 2 donut pans in at the same time in this cooker, using rack level 1, there's no preheat for this cooker, so we're just going to fly with it as it is. So I'm going down to bake, and for temp we're going to leave it at 350. For time, I'm going to bring it down to 20. It might need more, might need less, but we'll see. But hit and start with that. Gonna let that run. While that runs, gonna go ahead and fill this one in so it's ready for its turn. Alright, so they've been gone for the full 20 minutes, and I'm gonna see what's going on now. Let's see. Just gonna feel the tops. They feel pretty firm, so I think they are done. See if I can get that pan to slide down a little more. There we go. Just set it here on this cooling rack. Was able to get another 4 into this pan. So I'm going to set that one up there like that. And close things up. We'll get the cooker. We got to turn it off and back on again to get things back over the bake. And we'll leave it at the 350. For cooking time, it may only need 15. So I'll be keeping an eye on things and maybe pulling them at 15. We'll see, since things are already hot in there. But I'll bring you back in a bit. Alright, so things have been going for 15 minutes on this batch. I'm going to pause and going to just check them out, see if they're ready to come on out of there. Feel a little, well, they feel, chocolate chips are hot. Touch the chip. They feel to have some decent bounce back, so I think they're done. I'm going to take this batch and just set it off to the side, but you can see those. And the batch that we did earlier is still kind of hot, so I can't take it off of the cooling rack that I have it on. But I can basically touch this pan some without burning myself. And I'm going to get myself the big one if I can get it out without making a mess of things. See if I can get in there and get it out. Let's see. Kind of careful. Let's see. It's kind of stuck in there, but we'll try this one. It might be easier to get out. There we go. They're in there on that one. Good. This one came out. So there you go. There's the back and there's the front. And so I'm going to basically do a taste test with this one. So thank God for the donut, and let's do a taste. Now I could have used some water, but they turned out decent. They taste good. So you can use your own choice of chocolate chip, whatever level of darkness as far as chocolate chips that you are good with. I know a lot of people, 100% would be too much for them. For me, that's cool, because I'm usually eating 85 or 90 anyway. So it's all up to you. And so now you know how to do donuts in your air fryer toaster oven. You can try it with your own. If you don't have this one, that's okay. But in the video description, there are lots of ways to help the channel, such as there'll be a referral link to a shop where you can buy this, pay the same price, help the channel out, or like donations, merch, memberships, all that good stuff. And so with all of that said, if you did like the video, please do give it a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon, and good eating.